Welcome to All the Gear But No Idea, the South Australian fishing podcast hosted by Rhodey and Diz. The boys will share their tall tales of the one that got away, as well as some regular segments they know all you fishing tragics will enjoy.
G'day guys, and welcome to episode 42 of All the Gear But No Idea, the South Australian fishing podcast. We are very much looking forward to today's episode. We have two guests. It's very much about the boat show and all the things that have been happening over the last fortnight, and I am unfortunately joined by my co-host Matt Rode. How are you?
Diz, thanks for the glowing introduction. Not sure what I did to deserve that.
Good to be here on an afternoon with you and enjoying a knockoff already and talking all things fishing. We look forward to getting stuck into today's episode.
Yes, Diz. So we are getting Tracey Tito from Team Just a Girl. We've had her on before, but great to have her on again. She is headlining the fishing stage at the boat show. Yes. She's been involved in organising, coordinating, getting guests, etc. on the stage and the fishing alley.
Yes, look, she's been very busy, I think.
Yep.
Setting up the fishing alley, coordinating all the suppliers and all the people who are going to be having stalls there and stuff, and we very much look forward to having a chat with her later on. And of course, our famous tackle segment, Rhodey, which I'm sure the listeners all very much look forward to listening to, whether it be me talking about a dry bag or us talking about, tuna lures, whatever it might be. It's always a great segment. We're lucky enough to have Simon from Savage Tackle, the new owner, as part of our tackle segment this week.
Yeah, so Simon Green, he will be on the stage at 11:30 daily talking about snapper release weights and a bit of a demonstration or something.
Yes.
So he's joining us. So it's a double guest tonight, Diz.
Double guest. We always love those episodes. Rhodey, let's get into the oranges and lemons of the fortnight that has been. What has been the highlight for you? The orange, of course.
Look, Diz, I am getting pretty amped up to go over to Streaky Bay and Port Lincoln next week.
Oh, no doubt.
So that's my orange. That's getting me through work, getting home at night. You start laying out the tackle, laying out the rods and reels, getting your favourite fishing jumpers ready, your lucky undies.
I got to work tomorrow, but then it's only 4 more working days.
I am absolutely hanging out for it.
Of course, we're swimming with the Sharks to start with at Port Lincoln.
And we're going to get a guest on from the Calypso Charters.
We are. That's going to be a fantastic episode and a great adventure to get down to Port Lincoln. You can enjoy diving with the Sharks. There's swimming with the tuna. There's great fishing around, whether it be land-based or boating options. It's going to be excellent, Rhodey.
So I don't know about you, Diz, but I've actually asked Calypso Chargers if I can take a suitcase on board, and they got a bit weird about that. But I'm going to go down to How's Your Tackle and buy all the pilchard oil they've got. And I'm going to make sure we see a shark.
Yes, that's right. We don't want to miss out. We look forward to, hopefully, yes, you're right, we should hopefully see some nice big great whites.
So, Diz, that's my orange. What do you got for us?
Excellent. Rhodey, well, last weekend, I'm sure anybody who keeps up on the socials with us would know that we had a successful mission across to Yorks, got the bag of tings.
We proved the doubters wrong again.
We did. We were very much good fishermen out of form.
Because we'd had a hot streak there for a while of bag outs.
Well, yeah, we're doing well. If we didn't bag out, we sort of get our dozen, get 15, something like that.
And then we got what? We got 1 and then 6, I reckon, our last 2 trips over Yorks. And we were feeling a bit flat.
We were feeling very flat.
My old man was getting fairly chirpy.
He was letting us know that he wasn't too impressed with us coming back without some vacuum-sealed packs of fish for him.
So we proved him wrong, didn't we? Got the bag.
Did.
They were good-sized fish.
Good-sized fish. It was really nice. We got down there. Great to be done by 9:30. Got back to Adelaide at a very respectable time.
Yeah, plenty of time for a snooze on the couch. A few jobs in the backyard in the afternoon.
Right, always good. But no, successful day fishing was good. And I'm just going to roll that straight into the lemon, Rhodey. One of the batteries on the boat's gone.
Yeah, that's on the to-do list for tomorrow before Streaky, isn't it?
Not the end of the world.
2 batteries too.
Naturally, we become prepared. We've got a dual battery set up. Lee's Marine, of course, looks after the boat for us, and he made sure that everything's wired to perfection in there. But that battery was just on the way out, and she's given way, so we've got to get that sorted.
Yeah, that's item number 1 on the to-do list tomorrow.
It is, yeah.
It's a long list, though, because there's a lot to get prepared for a trip like this. So we might touch on that in a minute after we finish these lemons, Tiz.
Yes, we might. What's your lemon bean, Roddy?
Now, all this chat about the boat show has made me a little bit envious. We're not going to get there. I know we're going to be having lots of fun over on the Eyre Peninsula.
Yes.
But I love a bit of window shopping at the boat show.
Oh, yeah, me too. Me too.
And the fishing alley and stage seems to have gone up a notch this year, Diz.
Yeah, it does. They've really sort of ramped it up. There's lots going on, and it's it's all happening. So that's really good.
And we are getting Tracey on, so she'll talk through all of this. But I would like to point out that on the fishing stage, we have former guests in Simon from Savage Tackle, who's coming on today. We've got Tracey Tito, we've got Mark Mills, and we've got the Game Fishing Club of SA. So we can lay claim to sort of be friends with half of them, Diz.
Yes.
And the fishing alley is no different. So we, plenty of friends of the show in the fishing alley. From How's Your Tackle? They're taking some bait and burley down, so make sure you get around them. Great friends of the show. We're also getting Team Just a Girl's got a spot down there. Troll So Hard Lures Flacky. So Mark Mills, I think, is down on the exhibitors as well. So plenty of friends of the show down at the boat show.
Yes, absolutely, Roddy. It's going to be a huge weekend.
It is, Diz. And while we're sort of talking about the weekend, what's the plan? How much have we got to do before Streaky Bay and Port Lincoln?
Well, you're right. There is lots to get sorted for these sorts of trips.
What's on the shopping list?
Well, we're absolutely going to support the locals. So we're not going with full eskies, full week's worth of shopping. We're going over there. We're going to support the locals. We're going to fish at there. We're going to shop at their supermarkets. We're going to buy at their pubs. We're going to buy at their bottle-os and all that sort of gear.
Yep. So we're going to pick up a downrigger before we go.
We're going to pick up a downrigger. We're going to pick up some stuff that we can only specifically get here.
A heap of cockles.
Heaps of cockles.
We did a good couple of hunt and gather days down at Goolwa last year, but somehow we've used them all. Yeah, I know. Well, it's just one of those things, isn't it? And the season's about to open, but we've just missed out. So we're going to have to go down and see the boys, Dan and Boyd, and get a whole bucket load or something. Yeah, Dan and Boyd will look after us. So so we're getting that. Got a few reels to spool up. Yeah. You always got to check the terminal tackle, the hooks and sinkers, the swivels. Yeah, you want to make sure you're well stocked for that, because there's nothing worse, nothing more embarrassing than being out there and having to say to your fellow fisherman, hey, can you sling us a swivel? It's always good fun though, walking into a tackle shop and dropping, $300 or $400 in random stuff before you go away. Of course it is, mate. So that's on the agenda tomorrow for us, guys. It is, yes, and that'll be good. Really looking forward to that one, Rody. Let's get stuck into the news, Rody. Yes, there's a few things to get through. You touched on earlier about how we have no longer any more cockles from our haul a while ago. Naturally, the cockle season has been closed, but it is now soon imminently opening. Yeah, so it's closed from the 1st of June to the 31st of October. Yep. So I think that might be about the day we get back. Yep. So maybe we'll book in the first weekend back to go and get some cockles. Yes, no, we should. We should get down there. Hopefully they're there in good numbers. Naturally, it's something that a lot of people like to get down there and spend the day at the beach, collect some cockles, have a nice day down at Goolwa. But sometimes they're difficult to find. They are. So you want to make sure you get some good spots. You need to drop into a tackle store. Dan and Boyd will point you in the right direction. They've got that three-way measurer. So you get your sand crabs, your blue simmer crabs, and your cockle measures. Your measure certainly helps, because you do not want to be caught with undersized cockles. No, and my bit of advice is be willing to move. Yeah. You do know pretty quickly whether they're in that particular location or not. Yeah. Give it a whirl. Jump. No, none there. Psh, jump in the car. Keep moving. And the other thing that opens up on that day is the crayfish season for the Northern Zone. Yes. Right. So we timed that particularly badly. We did time that pretty poorly, because it's not going to allow us to use the pots that we now have. We could have gone diving. We could have got pots.
Yeah,
We could add 2 crayfish per person per day.
options, but unfortunately, now we are stuck.
But that'll give us something to do in November anyway, Diz, so we're looking forward to that. All right, Diz, let's keep it moving. The Marfac voting is open. We did mention this in the last podcast. It opened on October 4. So I think that was about the same day that we released the last podcast, actually. So 4 of the 9 positions on the Marfac are up for voting. 1 of those must come from the southeast. The remaining 5 who are staying on the Marfac, they'll be up for a re-election next year. So to be eligible to vote, you must have a working mobile phone number, be a resident of South Australia, and voting closes on Friday the 22nd of October. So you've got about a week left to get your voting, Diz. I don't know if you've done your vote yet.
Yes, I have.
I haven't.
You?
I'm just mulling over my options at the moment.
Are you? Sort of contemplating things.
So didn't see M. Gillespie on the voting form. I thought you were putting your hand up this year.
No, I certainly don't have any intention of putting my hand up for that, Rody, but I certainly wish all the people best.
Yeah, good luck to them all. 15 up there, so 4 will get on.
And it's important that you have your say.
This is your chance, guys, so yeah, get involved.
It is.
And you can find that on the SA government.
Yes, you can.
On the website.
Yeah, quick search of Marfac voting will point you in the right direction.
So I think it's the yoursay.gov or something like that.
Yes, yeah, it is.
All right, Tiz, but that's good. So get on that one, guys.
Excellent. All right, Rody. Well, I'm just going to touch on a little story that broke throughout the week about a tinny off the metro area that was ramming into another fisherman's boat.
This was a weird one. This was a little blue boat, wasn't it?
Little blue boat. We're certainly not going to throw any wild accusations around because my understanding is it's still under police investigation, but the video evidence is damning.
And it made the Channel 10 news, I think.
It did make the Channel 10 news. Wayne was the victim of some absolute, by the looks, nuffies ramming his boat.
Damage to the boat?
Consistently, 3 times, I believe is the number.
What sort of damage are we talking?
Well, looked like a fair bit of damage was done to the side of the boat. Not to the point where there was any imminent risk of, taking on water or anything like that. Certainly nothing to be sort of laughed at.
Do we have a motive for this crime?
No, I don't know. But, generally speaking, there are some real nuffies in the world.
Do you think Wayne was just catching a heap more fish than these blokes?
Well, it could have been that Wayne was on an absolute heater. And these nuffies just wanted to get a bit closer. But look, anyway, I don't know. I'm sort of not going to sit here and make too many judgments without knowing what happened. But I do feel for Wayne. You don't want to be sitting out there minding your own business and letting some other people come and just randomly ram your boat.
Certainly an odd one.
No. So the police are investigating, and like we said, I believe Wayne's boat was rammed 3 times, causing some damage, which I'm sure he's going to contact the insurance company to get fixed up so he can get back out on the water in his boat in a much better state than what it was after the alleged ramming.
After the hooliganism, I'm going to call it.
Hooliganism.
It's ridiculous.
Fair enough. Right, Reddy, moving on from that quirky story that we've thrown into the news segment this week. Gone Fishing Day. 10th of October it was.
Yep.
Great day on the calendar. Of course, everybody likes to get out on Gone Fishing Day. Sometimes the weather doesn't play the game, so you want to have options such as going to the local resis.
Yeah.
Or the sort of land-based options.
Yes,
or
I think
like
Reeling in Junior Anglers got involved. Is that
Reeling
correct,
in
Tiz?
Junior Anglers had their compliance certificate clinic, and that was a real hit from all reports.
Yeah, so tell us about Tiz.
Well, Lee Van Soos, friend of the show, was running, as I said, the compliance certificate clinic where she had passports, there was a barbecue going on, everyone was welcome. It was raising funds for the Reeling in Junior Anglers program, which Lee heads up, and there was lots of things going on, teaching the kids about weighing fish, measuring fish, what their legal limits were, some of those sorts of things.
And I think from a wider perspective, nationally, I think they had the app up and going for a photo competition again.
Yes, they did.
I'm not sure if you can remember, but I won a prize last year.
Did you?
Yeah, I won a Shimano cap.
Oh, well done.
Didn't get lucky this year, so I'm a bit disappointed.
That is disappointing. That is very disappointing. But no, it was a great day out. Lee shared lots of photos and it looked to be a fantastic day out for the family and all the kids that got involved.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is, and we look forward to that again next year.
Absolutely. Rhodey, this is one that has been gaining a lot of attention.
Yep.
On the social medias. And it is titled Council Sinks Boat Ramp Users.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, Diz. So they're going high-tech.
They are.
So tell us about, Diz, the York Peninsula Council implementing a phone app.
They are. So they want to implement a smartphone app at 8 boat ramps that it is in control of from November, which is going to increase the cost for recos and commercial people who use those ramps. So currently the council operates coin-operated ticket machines, and generally speaking, those charges will be $6 for the day across the York Peninsula. But there was a recommendation more recently at Wednesday's council meeting, and they have formally endorsed an agreement with Easy Park for the provision of phone application, being a smartphone app for single launch boat ramp permits. Is that right, Roddy?
It certainly sounds like it to me, Diz. And my question with this is, surely there's more than 8 boat ramps on the York Peninsula?
Yes, but I believe this is that they are testing the app across 8 boat ramps because there are some boat ramps, such as one that we have from time to time launched at Port Julia, that do not charge a launching fee. Now, I don't know whether the York Peninsula Council are responsible for that ramp or not, but...
So it's only the ones that are already charging are going to continue to charge?
I believe so.
Because I suppose...
we're probably talking Turton, Black Point, maybe Ardrossan, Port Vincent.
Yeah, some of the bigger ones, I suppose.
There'll be others. Port Hughes, I imagine.
Yeah.
Some of those sorts of ones will be maybe part of the trial, but that information, I believe, is yet to be announced.
And I'm actually just looking on my phone, Diz. I've got the Easy Park app on my phone.
Yes, Easy Park is an app that's used for a number of car parks and other facilities where they do a similar sort of thing. So, you know, in this day and age, naturally, we move on to technological advancements and we try and implement things, but this one has not been very welcomed use for those who are regular users of those ramps.
It certainly hasn't been popular.
No.
I think I've actually used, now that I think about it, I reckon I used this Easy Park app down at Robe once.
Okay.
So maybe York Peninsula is not the first one. I'm just thinking that might have been where I used it for, Diz. And I'm actually looking on the website now and I'm going to say that's correct.
Yes. Yeah.
They do have a ticket machine as well, though, by the looks at Robe. So
yes,
bit of a test case down there for the York Peninsula.
It is. And I mean, the interesting thing is that was outlined in this article was around some of the charges that you will face. So one of the costs would be that if you happen to have insufficient funds on your card number, which sometimes I run into, you will be slugged with a $15 fee.
Oh, a bit steep.
Do we think that's fair? No, of course we don't. We think there should be a sign that says, or a little note that pops up and says, insufficient funds on your card, please transfer some money to it. Not, let's slug you with $15.
Interestingly, though, on this same article...
That's garbage, mate.
Yeah, look, I agree. But the council is introducing the system to cater for an average of 18,000 single launch tickets a year, currently worth $108,000. Do we know where that coin goes?
No, we don't.
Like to know, wouldn't we? Should go back into the industry, I suppose.
Well, yeah, doubtful.
Anyway, Diz, we'll keep you complaining to another day.
Yes, we'll keep everybody across this roadie as more news comes to light. But yes, certainly been something that's been doing the rounds.
All right, Diz, keep moving. Let's jump over to Port Lincoln, and there's been a protest at sea.
There has been, roadie.
So a bunch of folks that are opposing the plans to build a desal plant.
We do not want a desal plant in Port Lincoln, is what the vessels that took part in that protest.
So there was 8 boats.
Clearly the message, wasn't it, Roddy?
Across tourism, recreational fishing, and commercial fishers. And it sounds like Hagen Steer from the Steer Group is pretty against this. He's become a bit the face of it by the looks.
Yep. So, I mean, we've talked a little bit about this, I believe, in the past, and it regards specifically about the hypersaline solution that would be pumped into some of those shallower surrounding bays.
Yeah, and look, they're saying there's not enough tidal flow. The hypersaline water is going to sit there for too long and put the aquaculture and I suppose the tourism industry is at risk over there. Yeah. And we know that puts a lot of money into the local economy.
Yes, we do.
And the state economy.
That's right. Well, as we're going to find out when we go down there, that it is an absolute tourism mecca for the state.
Yep.
Certainly when it comes to fishing, water, activities, sights and sounds in some of the national parks.
Yep.
It's an excellent location, and it's something that we don't want to destroy for generations to come.
And so the plan is that construction would begin in early 2021 if this group doesn't get its way.
Yes, yeah, that's right. So we'll see what happens there. But I guess the important part is there's a bit of backlash coming from some of these announcements, Rhodey, and there's some people that are not too happy with it.
And we're going straight to the source, so we'll keep our ears to the ground when we're in Port Lincoln and see if we can't get you all on a bit of an exclusive.
Yes, we certainly will. Certainly will.
All right, Diz, that's it for the fishing news. Let's keep moving and get into a bit more chat about the boat show, Diz. Let's get Tracey on the phone.
Righto, Rhodey, we are very lucky to be joined by Tracey Tito, Team Just a Girl, and very heavily involved in this year's fishing stage at the SA Boat and Fishing Show. We are very lucky to be joined by yourself, Tracey. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. It's going to be an exciting event.
Yes, no doubt it will be, Tracey, and congratulations and thanks for all the work you've been putting in. From what we've heard, there's plenty lined up on the fishing side of things.
Well, there is, and I've been disappointed with the fishing part of the boat and fishing show. So this year I've been given open slander. So I have got the stage booked out. We have 13 fishing stands, believe it or not. All local people. We've got stuff happening, interactive stuff happening everywhere, all of the time. It's just going to be awesome.
It's a great event to take the family down to. Maybe even you sort of take a friend who might not be into fishing, because they do get to see such a broad range of things. And certainly from the guests that you've got there and everything you've done to line this up, particularly the fishing alley, we want you to talk through that, because there's going to be something for everyone there, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Look, I don't imagine that anyone would get out of the fishing alley within half an hour. And we've even got, how the kids get bored? Yep. I have even got a face painter so that the kids can stand in line and get their faces painted while Mum and Dad come down and buy some beautiful fresh crayfish off the guys from the southeast. Have a chat to the guys about local made and manufactured fishing equipment like Troll So Hard lures, and we've got Savage Tackle with their own sinkers, and it's a wholly South Australian show. But we need you South Australians to come and support it and support these guys and these small businesses.
Yeah, it's great. It's certainly a great lineup you've got assembled there, Tracey, and we're actually getting Simon from Savage Tackle to come on the show in just a minute to talk about his tackle, his burley buckets and all that gear. But also we know he's coming on the stage to talk about the snapper release weights. Can you tell us about some of the stuff that's going on the fishing stage as well?
Yeah, so on the fishing stage, we're going to be opening every day with Squid Easy. Now, those who have come to the shows will know Rod. He's got an awesome product. He does an awesome demonstration. And Christmas isn't far away, and he always runs show deals. And they make the perfect Christmas present for, Dad and Granddad, whose hands are a little bit arthritic these days and a bit stiff. This just makes that job so easy. There's a boat in Port Lincoln called the Tacoma, and it's 70 years of age, and it was purpose-built for the first South Australian tuna fleet out of Port Lincoln. So we've got some of the crew from the Tacoma coming down. Twice a day, we're going to have tuna poling from the stage into some water where we're going to have 10-kilo rubber tunas for you to catch. And you've got to pole them out and bring them back over to the stage. Everyone can have a go. Twice a day we're going to be doing that, so it's just going to be so much fun. Water, yelling, people, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It's nothing like a bit of a interactive session like that to get everybody excited for what's no doubt going to be a fantastic show. And tell us about some of there's lots of guests. It's really good. You mentioned about some of the local crayfish, so there's going to be plenty to taste for all the guests there at the show as well, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Let me just go back to the stage for a moment, Matt. Simon's on as well. Obviously, he's going to talk about snapper release weights and show people how to use them. So he'll show the people how to put them in a fish and do all that sort of stuff. 12 o'clock every day, we have got shark cooking with Team Just a Girl. Now, everyone knows Jules is the shark expert. I've been trying to teach her to cook the shark. She's decided that she's going to do the shark cooking. So we'll have little shark nuggets for everyone to try. A lot of people don't eat shark simply because they haven't tried it. So here's the opportunity. In the afternoon, we've got Chad Sofa. He's the kayak fishing guy, does a lot of the freshwater stuff. So he's coming in to talk about fishing from a kayak in South Australian waters and where can you go freshwater-wise to launch your kayak and catch a few fish and do all that sort of stuff. We've also got Mark Mills coming in. Now, Mark Mills runs the Onka Stomper fishing competition in November. It's a fundraiser for kids with cancer, and he's sort of raised around the $250,000 mark of money over the last 10 to 15 years.
Yeah.
So he's going to be an awesome bloke to have a bit of a chat to. We've got some guys coming in to talk about drones, introductions to drones, the rules and regulations, how to get experience flying a drone as well. That's going to be awesome to listen to. The Game Fishing Club of South Australia, they're also coming in and they're going to be talking about tag and release. And I think that's something that we all need to be considering these days instead of just taking all the fish. How do we tag a fish? Why do we tag a fish? What happens to the tag card? What happens to the released fish? So it all sort of goes hand in hand, and we've got Simon with the release weight, so that's also pretty good. At the end of the day, the Just a Girl crew, whoever's around and whoever's spare, will jump up on stage and we're going to talk about things like the local tournaments, because we've got 3 coming up next year we want to cover off on, answer any questions about the TV show or anything that we're doing, and that is happening every single day. So how busy is that?
Yeah, certainly action-packed there, Tracey, and it sounds like a bit of a who's who from former podcast guests, actually. Got plenty of our friends on there too.
Oh, awesome. That'll be great. And look, the stands we have got Ocean Warrior coming up from Port Macdonald. They have got fresh crayfish on board. Coffin Bay premium oysters are coming down. They'll have fresh oysters, shucked and unshucked. The prawn store's coming down from Port Lincoln as well. As we've already said, we've got Simon from Savage Tackle. We've got How's Your Tackle? The How's Your Tackle boys are bringing all their awesome bait and burley and stuff up. They've got these nitro squid. I don't know if you've seen them, but they are awesome on bottom bouncing fish.
Yeah, we're big fans of them, Tracey. We're right on the nitro gear.
Awesome. We've got DJP Tackle or the Port Adelaide Tackle Store. They'll have most things tackle there as well. Just to go, we've even got a little bit of a stand. We're going to do some crimping demonstrations and bits and pieces. We've got Squid Easy. The drone guys have got a stand as well. They'll have some videos running. And, with these guys, if you've got a drone and you're unsure, I think they said they're going to run a show special for like $150 for a full day tuition, which is pretty good.
Oh, that's really good. We've actually had a drone before and Rhodey crashed it into the next door neighbour's fence, so you might need to get along, I reckon, Rhodey. It's a great point you make.
They're not that easy to operate, but you know what? If someone shows you how to do it that first time, it's easy. I had a drone a few years ago as well, and my husband has the first. Every time you go to the hospital with an accident, it's actually got a number. So if you have a car accident, it might be number 1, 2, 3, and that's your. So everyone knows you've had a car accident. So he decided to play with my drone in the backyard. As it came towards him, because he had the button pushed down for it to come towards him, and it was still coming towards him, and he didn't know how to stop it, so he put his hand up.
Oh, no.
He is the first drone number in South Australia.
I'm sure that's becoming more and more common as time goes on, though, Tracey, so he might have set a trend, did he?
I think so. He had like 6 cuts, about 18 stitches, and lost a thumbnail.
Oh, wow.
And now, Tracey, we saw on your Facebook page you're encouraging people to buy their tickets early, and you've got a code that people can use to get a discount on their ticket. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Look, we really are trying to encourage people to buy their tickets online. Just because of the COVID thing, it makes everything safer for everybody. On the checkout there, you can put a code in, put Just a Girl, and you'll get $3 off your ticket. So that's not bad. It's a 15% discount.
Beautiful. Very good. Now, Tracey, tell us what else is on the agenda for Team Just a Girl apart from the big fishing show.
Well, we're just starting to film episode 3 or series 3. So we've been off the shelf chasing Harpooker and Blue Eye and trying to do something a little bit different for this next season. We've also upgraded our camera gear a little bit and our audio. So it's a little bit better. We're learning as we get along. And there's just so much happening. I've been doing a few podcasts. I did with some women's groups as well, which has been great fun. And we're just waiting for the tuna to arrive.
And you're getting into the tournament scene again this year, Tracey?
Yeah, we'll fish all the tournaments. We just love the tournaments, love being around everyone, love chatting to anglers, love seeing every year how there's so many more females getting involved. And that's just awesome. Every year there's more of us, and that's great.
Yeah, we love what you're doing, Tracey. It's really good. And thanks for getting on board and making what's sure to be a great fishing alley and fishing stage at the boat show. So we'd encourage everyone to get along. We did mention this already, but give us the details of when and where and all that.
Yeah, so it starts next Friday, the 22nd of October. Doors open, I believe, at 9 o'clock, 9 till 5 for the 3 days running. Just before I go, guys, there's 2 other stands I haven't mentioned yet, so I need to or I'll get shot. But they are obviously our local favourite, James from Troll So Hard. He's offering a 20% discount on all skirts brought or ordered from the show, which is pretty awesome.
And they're the best in the business, those ones, Tracey.
They certainly are good. And we've also got Port Adelaide Boat Hire coming along. They'll have some information about hiring their bar crusher and their other boats. And they also have some dog-toothed product there, some of those DTD squid jacks, which are awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic. You've absolutely nailed it, Tracey. I reckon we are really looking forward to this one. I know a lot of the listeners are too. It's going to be an absolute jam-packed couple of days. I think you'll be absolutely exhausted by the end of it, and we thank you very much for supporting all of those local businesses like you mentioned. You're right, it's coming up to tuna season. It's just going to start heating up. Summer holidays, everyone will get out on the boat more, so nothing better. Great timing for everybody to get down and just whet the appetite a bit.
Yeah, most certainly. And you know what? These shows aren't successful without you guys, the public, coming along and supporting it. If we get the support and numbers are good and everyone has a good time this year, God, who knows what's going to happen next year when we don't have COVID hanging over us. It's going to be an awesome event. But we've got to do the hard yards and put the support in, or else the organisers just go, it's too hard.
Yes, exactly right, Tracey. Well, thanks for coming on, and thanks for all your work. I'm sure we'll catch up with you and have a chat over the upcoming tuna season.
Most definitely. Good luck on your guys' stuff, and we'll speak again soon.
See you, Tracey. Thank you.
See you, Tracey.
Bye.
Dear's bloody good to talk to Tracey.
Oh, fantastic to talk to her. She's done an excellent job, Rody, at getting the fishing show up and running and coordinating all of that. So I'm sure it's going to be a great weekend. We're
not going to be there. We're over on the Eyre Peninsula, as we mentioned. Yes. But we're certainly, obviously happy to be going over there, but a bit disappointed to miss out.
Yeah, we are. It's certainly a bit disappointing that we couldn't quite line that one up. But like Tracey was saying, they'll be back bigger and better next year. Probably no COVID, and so who knows what that'll entail.
And so make sure you get along. Plenty of great guests, and we are going to chat to another one of those great guests a little bit later in the show, Diz.
Yes, absolutely, we are, Brody. We are going to be lucky enough to be joined by Simon from Savage Tackle, and we're going to double that into our tackle segment this week, Brody. Save me from digging through the archives to find some rubbish piece of tackle we've got sitting on the boat.
Trust me, all you at home don't want to know what was the alternatives. He's really got at the bottom of the barrel. The tackle segment could go the same way as the joke segment if I let Dizzy be in charge of too many more.
Thanks to your support. Okay, Rudy, but we do want to just quickly get through the fishing report. There's not a heck of a lot on it this week. We're hoping to have a lot more to report on after our Streaky Bay Eyre Peninsula trip.
We might even go live from the Eyre Peninsula, Diz.
I think we will go live, Roddy. I think that's a great idea. But we'll just get through this fishing report and then we're going to get Simon on the line. So, Roddy, talk the listeners through our successful fishing trip last weekend. We got down to Yorks.
Yes, we did, Diz. Got the boat out at Port Vincent. Headed up north to Sheoak from Port Vincent, around that area.
Yep.
And what time did we get the boat in the water, Diz? About 7 a.m?
Yeah, we had the boat in the water by about that, 7.
First spot we got to, first little mark we've got, a couple of fish straight away.
Yeah,
good start.
It was a good start.
I think we put away 8 whiting
Yeah.
on that mark. Dizzy, you took the early lead, which was rare. And Dizzy got an early lead on the whiting stakes. But anyway, they were good size though, Diz, on that first spot.
Yes, yeah, they were already. They were definitely good size.
So we spent about 45 minutes at one spot, went off the bike, moved, nothing at the second spot, got to the third spot, and bang, we were on. Yeah,
the third spot really turned them on, Brody. And that's the thing about whiting fishing, isn't it? You do have to move around a bit. You need to try the holes. You need to have plenty of marks so that you can chip around, go around to them.
And so that last probably 12 fish would have been caught in 40 minutes.
Yeah, they were hot. It was a hot bite.
And good size.
Good size. We're certainly hearing that in the reports coming across the Eyre Peninsula and the York Peninsula as well. There's been some good sized fish coming on board.
And I'm glad Sarah turned around a slow start and hit the front of the leaderboard by the end.
I knew this.
Dizzy was talking up a bit of a 2-up table tennis lead and quickly evaporated. I hit my straps.
Well,
what happened, Diz? Talk us through it.
Certainly early days when we'd probably had about, 10 or 12 and I was comfortably winning. I think I got to a 4-up lead at one point. And you were sitting there going, oh, it's a team sport, it's a team sport, all of that rubbish. Now, unfortunately, we got interrupted by a work call, which opened up a gap, and you certainly made the most of that.
It was all over before you could blink, really.
Certainly made the most of my
The Ting Master went to work and it was
unfortunate timing.
There was about 6 fish in the boat by the time Dizzy turned around. But basically nothing new, really. Anyway, good sized fish. Good to have a... conveniently had 2 fresh Heinekens on the boat to have a knockoff beer about 9:15, so that was good.
Yeah, knockoff beers at 9:30, certainly not something that we're terribly accustomed to, but they were enjoyable.
I don't reckon I've ever had a better beer than that.
It was very good.
All round good trip. They were good size, and we had a good feed Saturday night back in Adelaide.
Yes, yeah, we did, absolutely.
Where else are they biting, Diz?
Well, good friend, fantastic mate of ours, Pez. We've had
former
him on the
podcast
show.
Guest.
Yes, we have had him on the show before. Certainly enjoys his time plucking redfin out of a few creeks and that kind of thing. Loves getting out on the boat with us too. Sometimes a bit hamstrung with work. Couldn't make it on the most recent trip down to Yorks, but I'm sure he'll be with us next time. He's out today on his mate's buck show. Right.
And he's getting into the snapper.
He is getting into the snapper in a big way. They've got tags, obviously. They're not breaching any laws.
We'd be hot on them if they did.
Floundering any rules. But Pez has gone on to a very nice size.
There was a couple of nice snappers.
A couple of big, good reds. And I'm sure plenty more across the day of other reef species. I'm sure they'd do well out there.
And that was about lunchtime that we got that report, so who knows what damage they've done in the afternoon session.
That's right, and I think, given that it's a buck show, I'm sure they've been doing a bit of damage on the esky too.
And I think they went out off Cape Jarvis and fished out towards KI, is that right?
Yeah, well, when we got the photos, he said that they were sort of seeking a bit of shelter from KI, but... launched at Cape Jarvis and headed across there.
So good signs on the snapper front, would we make of that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it was certainly our last guest indicated that he was suggesting there was good catches, plenty of bycatch and doing his best to steer clear of them, obviously. Yep. But we very much look forward to the end of the band.
Yeah, certainly does. Now, what else?
Rhodey, yellowfin whiting. It's the time of year. For those who like targeting that species, great land-based option for those who can't get out on the boat or a bit time-stricken. They need to get down for scratch the itch after work sort of thing. Get down there, flick a few surface lures, flick a few
soft plastics
around, and get the yellowfin going.
And the weather's warming up next week, so they'll really come on the bite.
That's right. You need that warmer weather to get them firing. And I saw a fantastic post on one of the Facebook pages that I follow, Fishing SA, about a bloke there who he got his bag, and he did a fantastic post on how to target them, the different sort of techniques he employed to get them on the chew. So if you're interested in doing that, then jump on there and have a bit of a listen.
And I saw another post somewhere, I can't remember where it was, of a couple of stonking flatheads. Someone got his bycatch.
Yes.
So you're always in the market for something else too.
That's right. And previous also fan of the show and guest in the past, Shane Mensforth, said that he enjoys walking the beaches and getting amongst a few yellowfin.
You know what else Shane Mensforth enjoys? Blue swimmer crabs.
Yes, he does.
And they're coming on the chew too, guys. I've heard a couple of reports they're getting them locally.
We're in October, aren't we, Rody? What's October?
It's got an R in it.
It certainly does.
So we didn't target any while we were over on the peninsula last week.
No, we didn't. But it's certainly going to be something we will do over summer. Everyone loves a good feed of crabs.
I actually copped a bit of heat during the week. Someone said, how come you didn't put a crab net in and bring us home some?
Oh, right. Interesting.
So maybe next time.
Maybe next time, Rody.
But that's certainly something to look forward to as the weather warms up, Diz.
Yeah, absolutely, Rody. You're dead right.
And as always, we creep closer to the summer tuna season.
Yes, we do.
So we're heading
Each episode is a fortnight closer to the Toonie boys.
We're heading over to Eyre Peninsula. They're often the first to see them.
Yes, they are. They sort of make their way across there. So we ruling that out in October?
I'm not.
You're not?
I'm going to be in the pub sort of with my ears
close
to the ground. I'm going to be looking out for them. I'll have my binoculars out.
Well, I read a few reports recently, and a lot of the reports for the offshore sections were sort of not applicable. Weather has been horrible.
Oh, well, the weather's coming good, mate. Don't worry about that.
We're hoping that the weather turns for our trip and we can have some days out wide and enjoy the sights and sounds that we all love.
Certainly did.
Wide off the shore.
All right, mate. That's all we've got for the fishing report tonight.
Yes, it is, Rody, but we've got a big guest who's covering off our tackle item this week, as we mentioned. And it's Simon from Savage Tackle. He's going to be very busy with Tracey next weekend at the boat show. Rody, let's get him on the line.
All right, Diz, we are very lucky to be joined here by Simon from Savage Tackle, has recently taken over the business and has gone straight to the top. He's getting on stage at the Fishing and Boat Show. So, Simon, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you very much, Simon, for coming on the show. And we very much look forward to hearing about everything you'll be carrying on, and you might have some new ideas around what's happening in Savage Tackle. But you're talking about the snapper release weights, I believe, coming up at the fishing show. Is that right?
Yeah. I'll be up on stage at the boat show talking about release weights. Obviously, snapper down the southeast, you need to carry a release weight.
Yep.
If you're going to be targeting them.
Yeah.
But generally, release weight is a good idea for fish like Samson fish, anything which you can get, which you get out of deep water.
Yeah.
Which might get a bit of barotrauma.
Yeah, fantastic, Simon. We look forward to getting stuck into that a bit later on. Let's get through the 5 questions that we ask all of our guests. So, Simon, tell us about your best fish.
Best fish was caught in Western Australia. 1.54 metre Samson fish caught on a charter over there.
That's a fair sized fish, mate.
That is huge.
Yeah, estimated around 40 kilos. So
you would have had a sore back and shoulders after that one, I reckon.
Yeah. It took me out for about a good half hour at least after that. she was a good fight.
I would have been pulling up stumps and just telling everyone about how good it was for the rest of the day myself.
I did think about it. I did think about that, but it was a pretty lean day on the charter. We only caught two, I think. So,
yeah.
And I was lucky enough to catch the big one. So.
Oh, beautiful. All right, Simon, what's your favourite thing about fishing?
Just relaxing, just having a go, trying your best to catch a fish. If you don't catch one, you have fun doing it.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Good day's fishing's better than a
bad
day's fishing's better than a good day at the office, as they say.
Absolutely.
Simon, what's your first fishing memory, or what got you into fishing?
First fishing memory was with the family, with my grandfather's brother. So, and we had a little tiny boat. I reckon we were doing about no bigger than 14 foot, and we were fishing for garfish from Fisherman's Bay. Near Port from there.
Yeah.
Just fishing for garfish and crabs. So, and yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah, fantastic. And what's your favourite sort of fishing, Simon?
I like deep water fishing from Marion Bay.
Yeah. Lovely. Yeah.
So, trying to catch nanagai, Samson fish, sharks, snapper when you can actually catch them. It's just a lottery down there. There's so many good fish, but probably my favourite fish to catch would have to be blue ball.
Beautiful.
I just love catching them. They have a good flight for what they are.
They are good. They're underrated. You don't really hear much about them. We caught, what did we catch, 3 last time we went out of all lobsters?
Yeah, we did. We got lucky to get on a bit of a school of them, actually.
And they are good eating. I'll agree with that. And Simon, what's your funniest fishing story? Or the one that got away?
The one that got away was Dad and I were over at Tumby Bay.
Yep.
And we were fishing. Dad knew I just liked going for garfish and tommies, and I got sick of that pretty quickly and wanted to catch whiting.
Yep.
And I had my whiting lying down there and caught it something big, and it snapped off a hook. And then, all right, we'll rebait, and then got onto it and actually lifted it up, and then to our surprise, it was a big snapper. It would have been every bit of 10 kilos looking back at it. But we didn't have a net big enough on the boat to net it.
Yep.
And we were that surprised that it was a big snapper, because we'd been fishing there a fair bit and never seen one, not even a small one. And this big one came up and I was like, wow, what do we do? So we tried to get the net in, and the net was too small, wouldn't fit the net. And it ended up snapping the line and just floating on the surface for about 10, 15 seconds, and then got a kick and back down, and that's the one that got away.
You needed to jump in after it, Simon.
I've relived it many times, and I should have jumped in after it.
All right, tell us about the business, Simon. You've recently taken over from David, who was a former guest of the show. Savage Tackle. So what's the go with that, mate?
So, yeah, took it over from David about a month ago. Continuing on his good work, what he did before, making burley buckets and sinkers. Just carrying that on at the moment. Yeah,
fantastic. So, was it sort of something that did you know David prior to, or just the opportunity came up?
We're in the same fishing club, Northern District Sports Fishing Club. We're in that together.
Yeah.
And our kids went to Mother's Group together.
Oh, beautiful.
So,
and is this sort of a full-time thing, Simon, or a bit you do on the side, or?
Just a bit we do on the side. After our daily job, just get in the shed and make things on weekends and evenings.
Beautiful. That's every man's dream, really, having something to tinker away at.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, and now tell us, Simon, we're coming into the boat show next weekend. You've got a stall set up at the show, and you're also jumping on the fishing stage. You looking forward to that?
Yeah. I'm not much of a public speaker, but I'm probably a bit nervous, but doing a bit of a demonstration on the release weights up on stage.
Yeah.
So doing that, and then I'll have my stall there selling Savage Tackle gear, plus I've probably got a few other specials in the pipeline. Hopefully on some soft plastics and fishing rods and things like that. So a few extra lines just for the boat show.
Yeah, fantastic. So, Simon, look, tell us, for all the listeners out there, what is a snapper release weight and how does it work?
Okay, so a snapper release weight, you get your snapper generally from 20 metres or more. They tend to get a bit of barotrauma, so the guts blow up, they get all hard. You can sometimes see it coming out their mouth. And then the release weight gets them back down to the bottom as quickly as possible. So you put it in their top lip, close to the jaw if possible, and put them back in the water, and that will take them down to the bottom because it's weighted, obviously a weight, takes it back down to the bottom. It's like a barbless hook, and you just pull it up and it comes out the jaw. Fish swims away at the bottom, you pull up your weight.
And so, Simon, that barotrauma corrects itself when they get back to the depth that they've just come from. Is that correct?
Yes. That's what the studies have shown. Yeah.
And it's mandatory to have a release weight on board, is that correct?
If you're fishing for snapper in the southeast at the moment, yes.
Yeah.
Just not general boating, you don't have to, no.
Yeah. But I suppose it's a good idea because you never know what you're going to pull in, and it's good to be prepared for all circumstances.
That's it. If you're fishing 20 metres plus, I'd be having a release weight on because, as you say, you never know where you're going to get. If you catch something really good, but you don't want to take it home, it's a shame to see it just float away on the surface. Put a release weight in it, drop it back down the bottom, give it the best chance it can of being caught again on another day.
Absolutely, and we all need to play our part because I'm sure there's nothing more than all of us would like to be doing to getting our arms bent over by some big reds, but you've got to be ready for it. And if there's one thing I know, it's most fisher people enjoy walking into a tackle store or getting onto your website or following you on Facebook and just buying random tackle gear. And if you're like us, it's just basically a case of all the gear but no idea.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think everyone loves that. That's every angler.
That's exactly right.
And Simon, tell us, since taking over the business or going forward, have you got anything new or upcoming for Savage Tackle? Is there anything else you're going to sort of add to?
I'm looking at adding a squid jag to the range, but it's sort of a bit of still a bit of development to do in that range, in that side of things yet. And Dave stopped doing the stainless steel burley cages. I'm just trying, because of the expense in it, I'm just trying to figure out how I can get them back on to the market at a cost-effective rate.
Yeah, okay. Were they popular, the stainless steel ones?
Yeah, apparently they were.
Yeah, okay.
Apparently they were. Just the price of stainless steel basically doubled and made it unviable.
We've got one of the PVC pipe ones that Dave made us, so that still does the job.
Yeah, I still sell the PVC ones.
Yeah.
And that's cost-effective at the moment, so yeah.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. All right, well, that's fantastic. So, we certainly look forward to it. I'm sure you're looking forward to the boat show. I hope it's a great success for you. I'm sure everybody will learn a lot about the release weights and everything, and it's important that we get that message out there, particularly seeing as I'm sure it feels like a long way away, but it won't be too long before we're out there targeting snapper again.
Yeah, it seems like, as you say, it seems like a long way away, but I'm sure it'll be here before we know it.
And
chasing reds.
Simon, so people can find you in the fishing alley at the boat show next weekend. And
yes, correct.
What time are you on the stage so everyone can get around it?
Yep, I'm on stage at 11:30 each day.
So 11:30 on the Friday, Saturday and Sunday. If you go to the boat show, make sure you get along and listen to Simon. I'm sure he will be very informative, and it's great to have sort of a practical demonstration.
Yes.
And then head over afterwards and get some, get your sinkers, your release weights, your burley buckets, because it's all great gear.
Yeah, I also sell downriggers as well, or downrigger bombs, I should say.
We might need one of them ready for Streaky Bay, Simon, so we might be in contact.
We might have to hit you up. Yeah, excellent.
Yes.
All right.
And Simon, where does everybody find you? Facebook, Instagram, that
Savage
sort of thing?
Tackle on Facebook.
Yep, fantastic.
I don't have an Insta yet, and I'm just in the stages of getting the website up and running, so...
Fantastic. We'll watch
Facebook
this
at the moment
space.
is the main.
Yeah, beautiful, Simon. Well, congratulations on taking over what is a great South Australian fishing business that we love. And good luck with it, with the boat show first, but then going forward with getting the business to keep being at the top of the game.
Thank you very much, guys.
Great to chat to you, Simon. Take care.
Cheers, thanks.
Yeah. Rhodey, great to speak to Simon.
It is always good to have a double guest.
Double guest episodes, of course, are our favourites. Yet to sort of achieve the mountainous feat of a triple guest.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that day though. But two good guests today, Diz. I learned a fair bit out of Simon about
Two great guests.
release weights.
I had to cut a lot of the crap that you put in the news segment, so we just talked about the meaty articles.
Yeah, I do go on some tangents occasionally.
So no, it was really good. It was a great episode. We very much encourage everybody to get along to the SA Boat Show.
Boat and Fishing Show
coming up on the 22nd of October. Unfortunately, we're missing out, but it'll be bigger and better than next year. We'll put it in our calendar, and I dare say we'll have a stall ready.
I reckon we will. We'll be spinning
Might
a
even
few
do a live
yards.
cross.
Yeah, we might host or get on stage or something. We could do a live podcast maybe on stage.
Yes, we certainly could.
So make sure you get along to get around the Team Just a Girl and the Savage Tackle that we've talked about today.
Yep.
But also get around all our other friends of the show. Mark Mills does some great work for childhood cancer.
Yep.
How's Your Tackle's got a stall.
Flacky, of course.
Flacky from Charles Hard
selling
Lures. They've all got great boat show deals, so make sure you get around them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, no, great episode, Roddy. I thought we covered off a lot there.
Yeah, it is. So make sure you do get along to the boat show. Also, make sure you keep us up to date with all your fishing adventures on the social media.
Yes, because we certainly will while we're across on the Eyre Peninsula.
So keep the Instagram feed up to date
Keep
while
it
we're
going.
over there, because there'll be plenty of fish coming in over the side of the boat, I would have thought.
I certainly hope so, Roddy.
And if you guys are lucky, we might even get the podcasting gear out and go live. Go Twitter live.
Jeez. Bit of a pipeline. Nice.
Anyway, Dis, thanks for listening today, guys.
Yes, thanks for listening. Brought the energy. Well done, Roddy.
Good stuff, guys. We'll see you later.
Speak to you soon.
Rhodey and Diz hope you enjoyed today's episode of All the Gear But No Idea. Keep up to date by liking and sharing us on Facebook and Instagram. And you can subscribe on all the major podcast platforms. Until next time, good luck fishing.